Hey YouTube, Sandra Expeditions here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a different video. I know I've posted about books before, but I've been really inspired by the booktube community. I've been changing up things, and a few weeks ago I decided I really wanted to seriously get back into reading like how I did in the days of my youth. So I wanted to talk about, how I got back into reading, what's helping me, and basically I want to do the new Booktuber Tag. We'll see how that goes. So I literally, it's crazy. I literally just finished my first book of the year. I read The Master and the Margarita. It was pretty decent. I heard so much about this book, when I was reading it outside. People would be like, "Oh my gosh, that book is so crazy," and da 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 da. I gave it a 4, and so I've mostly read the majority of it, I guess, in the last few weeks. But really, I started this book in January, and it is now September, about to be the end of September. So I really just started reading it seriously, which is crazy. So that's basically the first book of the year, and now I'm all inspired to be a booktuber, which is wild. But I do have videos on my channel about books, but I guess it's a little bit different because normally I discuss languages and travel and meditation and just other lifestyle stuff, but I wanted to just shake things up. And also, I would say what's been keeping me consistent and making me finally be a reader, which is why I feel like I can actually do this tag, is because I'm really reading every single day. And I don't know, I don't know if someone told me or I had read online or something, but basically I decided I just need to get into the routine of reading, because once you get into the routine, that's literally the most important. So first thing in the morning, I wake up, I do meditation, and then I do some stretching, and then I just read for 30 minutes. And that's really how I got through this book, in the last month. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing for my next books. I started this one today. I'm going to be reading these 2 books at the same time. This one is The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying, which I had read this several years ago, but I feel like because I'm older now, maybe I'll have a different perspective on it. It's an international bestseller. I forgot when I read it, if I read it in college or after college, but it was over 7 years ago, I feel like. And also The Song of Achilles. I kept seeing this recommended by people, especially the booktuber Emmy. She would collect everyone's data about what's their favorite book and da 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 da. And so a lot of people were talking about Song of Achilles. So I'm so excited. I don't know, I just feel so inspired by booktube because it's just been my new thing, because I just want to move away from toxic YouTube. Sometimes I just be in some stressful, just negative energy spaces on YouTube, and I just want to change my energy. So I've been watching so many booktubers, and I think I'm going to be starting to listen. I think I'm going to start listening to also audiobooks as well, so that I have something to do to distract myself, because I can't really just be on YouTube all the time, in the background. So that's basically my advice, and that's basically how I've been getting into reading. As long as I'm just doing 30 minutes a day, Gucci. If I can do more, I do more. Yesterday I finished that book, and I did 2 hours. Actually, today I finished it. Or I've heard this guy on YouTube, I forgot his name, but he says, you can choose a number of pages you want to read a day, 4 or 5 or 10, however much you set for the day, and just try to aim for that every day, So for me, I just set a timer. I read. I don't know if I'm that fast of a reader, because sometimes I just repeat the same sentence when I'm reading sometimes, with the same word, but I'm trying to get better at reading and taking in the content a lot more. So anyways, I'm going to start the Booktuber Tag. And I'm probably, first things first is that, I don't know if there's a question about it. All right, I'm going to start, and then I'll explain a little bit more. So why did you start this channel? So I started this channel, Sandra Expeditions, to basically share all of my hobbies. I am a polyglot. I speak Spanish, French, and Portuguese fluently. And I want to learn other languages. Also, I do a lot of meditation. I want to discuss more about that in the future, but I'm really big into meditation, Vipassana meditation specifically. And also just, just lifestyle improvement type of stuff. Like, I have videos about, book hauls that I've done on this channel in the past. And I have a video that I made, like, literally, like, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, talking about how I want to read 100 books before I'm 25. Now I'm 30, and, it's just like, I think when I made that list, it was like supposed to be within that certain time frame, like at that time. But yeah, I just want to like continue. I guess like now I have like a new vision of where I just want to like continue to share my perspective on things, continue to like find like-minded people, people who are more in my niche. I feel like I have like all these niche hobbies, and there's not that many people, who are like me. Exactly, or in my ethnic background. So I feel like that's nice to see, in the YouTube space. Number 2, what are fun and unique things you can bring to YouTube? Fun and unique things I can bring to YouTube. I feel like everyone can bring something fun and unique. Like, I feel like I've lived a very full, rich life. I'm someone who's like pretty much done it all outside of drugs. And like other bad things, but like I feel like I've just experienced a lot of life, a lot of good, a lot of bad. I've been all over the world. I've just taught myself. I'm someone who like I do everything, try everything at least once, just because I feel like it's good to experience new things. And so I feel like because I've experienced so many things in life, I have like this unique point of view of seeing things, because I see a certain situation from like so many different vantage points, because I've just like seen so much. So yeah, I hope that's fun and unique. But yeah, we can all bring something new. We don't all have to like have done everything. Like, I feel like some of the most interesting people like haven't even left their house. So yeah. What are you most excited about for this new channel? I'm most excited about meeting more people, more people with lots of interests like me, more people who are passionate about books and, like all of my hobbies. I've had, I have made friends in the cyberspace world. Like, literally, I have friends that I talk to on a weekly basis who I've still met like years ago just by having a blog or a YouTube. I've met like at least 10 people who were my subscribers or who read a book, like in person, because I've had like other channels or blogs in the past. So yeah, I want to do like more of that, just meet more like-minded people. What do you love to read? So I love reading classics. I've always been someone who Googles things like for example, when I was like 19, I Googled like, what are the most impactful books? What are the books that you read in your 20s? What are the most amazing books of all time? What are the most influential books? And I literally, even up to last week or in the week before, I watched YouTubers who also show me like their most impactful books, which is why The Count of Monte Cristo is on my list to read after like these 5 books. And also The Brothers of Karamazov. I have that here. I also have A Little Life, which is going to be very traumatic, I've heard. Yeah, a lot of my books are books that were in people's like top 5, top 10. So I really do like I'm really, I don't know, like if something says like bestseller, or if something is like the top greatest book or the top this or that, or if I Google like most impactful book or best book of all time, Reddit, which I do all the time, and all the comments keep repeating the same book, I am literally going to read those books. However, I have been wanting to like go outside of the norm. And so I do have books that aren't, this is a New York Times bestseller. Well, this wasn't, something that I saw on everyone's list, but I wanted to just diversify my, like reading content. And so I do have books like Children of Blood and Bone, and I do want to read like Kindred. And those two are like, Afrofuturism. But I will say that I really do love classics. I love Pride and Prejudice, but I also, oh my gosh, like there's just so much. Like I've been reading for years, y'all, and I had a huge gap in my 20s where I wasn't reading, like after college. But I was into the Click. I think that's the question. One of my favorite books of all times was The Fountainhead, and I know Ian Rand is controversial, but Fountainhead is still probably my top 5 books of all time because I just love the premise of the book, and I haven't read it since I graduated high school. No, I read it after graduating high school, and I haven't read it since because it's just so perfect to me that I don't want to reread it. I want to keep it in that moment when I read it. So yeah. What book or series got you into reading? The Click. The Clique. The Clique or The Click? The Clique. I love, oh my gosh, middle school. I was obsessed with those characters. Also, I really loved private series, obsessed. Used to binge private series, basically all those rich girls who went to boarding school type of books. You know, rich girls who grew up in Westchester, you know, New York. Yeah, like the Ugly series. I think I read that in high school. Loved it. But yeah, The Click got me into reading. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Basically, like, what's the most impactful book that you've ever read? Your top 5, your top 10, that like changed you and stuff. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I would say, like, I plan on doing a video after I finish reading like 5 books of like doing a book review. And I feel like it's hard for me to sometimes articulate, you know, the points of a book or why I like the book or, you know, that sort of thing, or even to remember them. So maybe like discussing a book in an articulate way is probably going to be challenging, but we'll see. Maybe the more I read, the better I'll get at expressing myself. Yeah, it's always hard for me to like give a book a rating, you know. When did you start reading? Started reading in middle school. So how old was I? Like 12? Maybe 12. Like seriously reading. Oh, but recently reading, I'm 30 now. So recently, a month ago. But I was reading, okay, let me stop. I took a 2-year social media break, ended last December. So for 2 years, I was reading like 15 books, but 15 books is really nothing. So I really consider the last month to be like my real reading journey. So yeah, so I read like 15 books within like, you know, 2022, 2023. And now I feel like I'm really starting my reading journey. So yeah. Hey everybody, I missed one question. It was, where do you read? I basically just read in my apartment or on the train, or pretty much anywhere that I can watch my back and feel secure. So yeah. What kind of books do you like to read? Classics, best books of all times type of. Oh, maybe I should show the list that these are the books that I'm so excited about reading. So, you know, oh, I have Verity here too, and I heard that Colleen Hoover, I never read her before, but she's kind of controversial. Apparently she is. I don't know anything about her. I don't really like to read. I like to just get a book recommendation and not know what it's about. But I have her book. I'm excited about The Count of Monte Cristo. Anna Karenina, got her. Tomorrow, The Brief Wondrous Life, Oscar. Wow. The Martian. I have a lot of books like The Stand. I never read Stephen King. Either The Stand or 11/23/63. I'm going to read one of those. Infinite Jest, East of Eden. I talked about like The Brothers of Karamazov, Demon Copperhead, Rebecca. Oh my gosh. Like, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Lonesome Dove, Don Quixote. Like, there's so many books. 100 Years of Solitude. I want to read that, but I want to read it in Spanish. Just so many books. The Communist Manifesto, Dune, Epictetus. I really love philosophy. So yeah, I want to read Epictetus as well. Okay. A Gentleman in Moscow. Like, there's so many books. Like, I just don't even know where to start. Like, did I say Dune already? Sapiens, Persuasion, Boy's Life. Like, there's so many. And Catch-22. Yeah. This is the final question. Sometimes done. What does your book collection look like? So compared to all of the other fancy YouTubers, my bookshelf is kind of regular. I have these books, and then I don't know if you can see, but it's really small. It's not a big library. Like, yeah, it's not a really big library. But yeah, and then I have the Bible here on top because, you know, I feel like I got to give Jesus his own section. And speaking of Bible, I need to be reading the Bible more. So maybe I'll do a video where I'm reading the Bible. But yeah, this is my bookshelf. It's very basic. Oh, and I also have chess fundamentals here. Maybe I'll do a video about chess. That's also one of my hobbies. But yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. So I feel like this video, I told myself I was going to come back to YouTube and try to be a little bit more structured. But I feel still like I'm a new YouTuber because like, even though I've been on YouTube for 3 years, I've never been posting consistently. I'm always just mashing together old trips, which are, you know, like, no, like I'm never really like talking to the camera. So I feel like this is the first time where I'm really, you know, a real YouTuber. So yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm so excited. Like I can't wait to just, and you know what's crazy is that I feel like YouTube is inspiring me to just read more, like just having a YouTube channel, because now I'm like, yo, I gotta finish this book, like, because I gotta do a video about it and da da da. So yeah. Anyways, let me know what other content you want to see. If you have any book recommendations, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, I really hope, you know, I gave some helpful advice. I realized that I want to actually start helping people now, because normally I would just talk about what I do, but I don't do anything like how you can get better at this, you know, or like what you can do or what's helping me and that sort of thing. So I realized I gotta like think about the viewers, because, you know, yeah, you guys aren't just clicking just to like hear me talk, you know, about myself. So okay, well, anyways, yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'm really happy to be making my first booktuber video. And check out another video that I'll be posting in another month or a month and a half when I finish 3 or 4 more books. I don't know if I should review 4 books at once or 5 books, but yeah. All right. Wish you all the best. Que tenga buen día y chao chao.